The Galaxy S26 series might come with a price hike, and the reason behind it isn't just about new features or flashy designs. A new report points to changes happening deep inside the chip industry, and it all starts with TSMC, the world's largest chip manufacturer. TSMC is currently producing its latest processors using its third-generation 3nm process, also known as in 3P. This is the same advanced technology used to build Apple's new A19 chips inside the iPhone 17 series. It's also being used for Qualcomm's upcoming Snapdragon 8 Elite 5 and MediaTek's Dimensity 9500 two-chip processors that will power many high-end Android phones, including the Galaxy S26. Now here's the catch. According to a report from the China Times, TSMC has increased its wafer prices for this new process. MediaTek is paying about 24% more, and Qualcomm is paying around 16% more compared to before. The report doesn't make it clear whether these increases are compared to TSMC's earlier 3nm process, the N3E, which powered chips like the Snapdragon 8 Elite and Dimensity 9400, but either way, the cost of making these processors is going up. And when chipmakers like Qualcomm and MediaTek pay more, they usually pass those costs down to the phone manufacturers. That means companies like Samsung and Vivo will likely raise the prices of their upcoming flagships. The Galaxy S26 series could end up being more expensive, and the Vivo X300 might also see a similar jump. What about Apple? The same report hinted that Apple also paid higher prices for 3nm wafers. But Apple has an advantage. Since it designs its own processors, it only pays TSMC for the wafers directly. Unlike Samsung or Vivo, Apple doesn't have to go through Qualcomm or MediaTek as middlemen. This removes an entire layer of cost. So even though Apple is paying more, its expenses per chip are still lower compared to brands that rely on third-party chip designers. So, is this extra cost worth it? Let's look at what these new third-generation 3nm chips bring to the table. They promise about a 5% performance boost at the same power level and up to 10% better energy efficiency. That means your phone could run faster while using less battery power. The magic lies in the shrinking process node, smaller transistors packed more tightly together. The higher the transistor density, the more powerful and efficient a chip becomes. And N3P is pushing that density even further. But here's where things get even more interesting. Prices might climb even higher next year when TSMC begins mass production of its 10nm process chips. Some experts believe the cost of wafers at 10nm could jump by as much as 50%. On top of that, Apple has already reserved half of TSMC's 10nm production capacity, leaving less room for Qualcomm and MediaTek to get their share. That shortage could lead to even higher prices. TSMC plans to produce around 60,000 wafers per month at 10nm, spread across 4 fabs, and the first smartphones to feature these 10nm processors could include the Samsung Galaxy S26 Pro and the Galaxy S26 Edge. Most markets will likely get these phones with Samsung's own Exynos 2600 chip, built using Samsung Foundry's 10nm process. Only the US, Canada, and China might continue to get Qualcomm-powered versions. Both Samsung Foundry and TSMC's 10nm processes will make use of gate-all-around, or GAA, transistors. Unlike older designs, GAA allows the gate to completely surround the channel, which reduces current leakage and boosts efficiency. The result? Chips that deliver stronger performance while consuming less power. Apple is also expected to bring this tech to the iPhone 18 series next year with the new A20 chips. And if you're wondering what comes after 10nm, TSMC has already revealed part of its roadmap. By 2028, it plans to start mass production of 1.4nm chips. But instead of continuing with nanometer naming, TSMC will switch to angstroms. Since 1 nanometer equals 10 angstroms, the 1.4nm process will be called A14. After that, we might see an entirely new kind of transistor design, possibly even new materials, to push performance and efficiency further. At the same time, the jump to 3nm and 10nm chips will bring better performance, improved battery life, and cutting-edge transistor technology. The future of processors looks exciting, but it's also becoming more expensive. So if you're planning to buy a Galaxy S26 next year, don't be surprised if the price tag is higher than expected.